Hey kids. Okay, so today I'm going to go over how to draw a mama duck and some babies in the water. The water's going to have a lily pad and some flowers, and then we'll show you how to make it look like they're kind of moving through the water, which is super simple. All right, so first I'm going to place my mama duck, right? So I've got a spot for her head and beak, right? And then this is going to be her neck. Her body's going to come down here and end in a tail. And her feet are hidden because they're down in the water. All right, so let's put her here. Now I'm going to put a baby duck on top of her, and that's going to have a head pointed down, kind of looking down and looking at the water or the other ducks. Little wing there, little foot there. And I'm going to have a duck here next to Mama. So this area, I can't do these in Sharpie just yet, right? Because I'll go through them with this little duck here that's swimming with Mom. And then I'll put one here that's got its head down in the water. That's really cute. So you just see like a little tail, and then you see the little feet sticking out. So let's think this, they're going to be pointed down that way. One little foot, two little feet, tail, and then it's in the water. And then we're going to have the beak here. All right, so now I can put these in Sharpie because now I know where they're going to go. All right, so for the beak, for the mom, this is a smooth line, and it's down and then around, and this is going to be for the top part of the beak. And then there's a little hole up here for her, little nostril hole. And then where this meets the head is a curved line, right? So this does not have to be a smooth line because this is where, it meets the feathery kind of fluff of her face. And then the bottom part of the beak, not quite as long as the top. Come around for the top of the head, so we're going to go up, and then you can have some kind of texture line here down to her neck, and then where it meets the body it stops there. We're going to start the back a little bit back up again, and then come around for the other part of the neck. Try not to get too thin there, right? You want it to be about the same width the whole way down to the water. Put her eye in. So you could leave it like this with a little open area at the top for the highlight, or you can come around it like that, or you can add a little part to the back. Little texture here, little texture there. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is the baby, because then I can bring the back up and stop at the baby and then start again on the other side. So I'm going to have the beak. This is down and then back up. A little fuzzy line across here. The babies are super fluffy, so you can give them a very exaggerated fluffy line if you want, and their heads are a little bit bigger, like proportion wise, than the mom, and their wings are a little smaller. I don't mean their head is actually bigger, I mean in relation to the body. So you can give them this kind of juvenile look by just making their size a little changed. And there's the bottom, little cute eye, and then for the little webbed foot you can draw a line out, curve, curve back in and up. Maybe you see a little bit of that one. It really depends on your drawing if you see that one or not. Now you can start back up the neck a little bit and start to come over for mom's body. Stop at the baby. Start again on the other side and up for the tail. So for the tail feathers, you can just kind of make that look. And then down here, and then stop again. Now we're going to put this duckling in next. Beak, where it meets the head. Fluffy head. Fluffy body. Cute little tail. Tiny useless wing, and then this part. You probably shouldn't have that on its beak, but it has it now, right? Okay, so now I can bring this around here. Now I'm making these lines pretty light, like I'm just sort of pulling my Sharpie across. I'm not making them too heavy because they're in the water. So the water is reflective and it's light, so you don't really need a heavy line here. And the way you can make it look like they're moving is you curve a line around and kind of follow the contour. And then you can do the same thing here for anything that's kind of moving through the water, and it sort of just looks like it's pushing the water out of the way. Now, if they're stopped in the water, then the line would curve to follow them, but if they're moving through the water, then the line moves back. All right, let's put these little feet in first. So again, go out for a toe, curl in and around to the next toe, right? And then back up for the little foot. Toe, toe, toe. See a little leg there. Cute little tail. Body. And then the whole thing's hidden in the water. So now for this one, because it's just sort of moving up and down, but it's not pulling through the water, you can make the line go around it, like just a little ripple line like that. All right, so if there's a like a little cluster of lily pads over here, let me put these in pencil first. If you look down on a lily pad, it might be circular shaped, but we're kind of looking at it a little from the side. So you want to start with an oval, and then on one side you're going to make an opening. You could do like a Pac-Man line for this. I just like to round the edges a little bit, but it is kind of like a Pac-Man mouth, but then rounded. And then on the back, it's got a less noticeable indentation, but it's still there. And then their seams, their veins move out this way from here, right, from this spot. Now, when you do their flower, you put the petals up like this. You can have some visible through the back if you want. And then you can put another row of petals down here. So you can just make a curved line like this. You don't have to show the whole petal. And then if you want, you can put petals out. And those flowers float. So let's put another smaller one there. All right, and then we could put a little bank here, like a side of the pond that is land. So this is land, and then this may be where it hits the water. And we've got our ripple line, and then another line here with a ripple line. And what this does is it makes this area back here, you know, where Mama Duck maybe came from. We can put another hill here. And now we have two areas of land and the water. If you want to put some cattails here, you start with like a kind of a long, wide oval. Sorry, tall and not wide, skinny oval. Little line up to the top, line down. And some nice big tall leaves here too. If you wanted to have this in the water, you would just use the same thing. So the leaves can be kind of peeking up out of the water, and then they would get that ripple line like that. All right, I'm going to go over these in Sharpie. I'm going to erase my pencil lines, and then I can show you what it looks like when it's done. I will pause the video and I'll be right back. Okay, kids. So here's my, oh, I just almost said finished, but look, I forgot Mama Duck's wing. Here, let me put that in. Here. Oh my gosh. So let's put a line here, and then you have the longer feathers here at the end. And then some shorter feathers here. And you really don't need to draw too much for it. You don't need to draw every feather. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little better. Okay, so there's my finished little duck family taking a swim. I hope you have a lot of fun with this, have a lot of fun coloring it in, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.